do what you gotta do. Hey there, how you guys doing today? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with the cryptocurrency market? Well, it looks like our market cap has went up. We're over $150 billion. We're at $153.4 billion, and that's great. So we got 7.7 traded in the last 24 hours. That's awesome. We're up above the 5 billion where we had been. We haven't quite seen the 10 like we were that one day, but the money is still moving. 7.7 billion traded in 24 hours is nothing to laugh at. And we got BTC dominance, which is still hanging out at 45.6%. And that's great. So yesterday we had a day of red in the market. Looks like almost all the cryptocurrencies went down a little bit. Today it looks like we're looking at green across the board, which is great. Hopefully we can make back all that red we had yesterday and then continue to see some gains on top of that. Anybody who picked up cryptocurrency with fiat cash yesterday is doing good. Even if you picked up some of these lower end stuff, you're looking at least 2% gain. So what do we got? We got BTC coming in at $4,235. That's up 7.24%, and that's great, right? Coming back in around that, hopefully we'll be getting back up around there around the $4,500 area and moving on forward. Segregated witness is locked in and soon to be activated here. We slowed down a little bit due to the fact that we had some of our miners go jump over to Bitcoin Cash trying to see if they can make some extra money. But, as the, difficulty increases on Bitcoin Cash, hopefully we'll be seeing them jump right back over here to Bitcoin and, steady up the network again. So we got Ethereum coming in today at $318. That's up 2.1%. Looks like they're continuing to make gains forward. Ethereum has everything going for it with all the ICOs. It looks like they're about to be coming up on their first block size reduction. Instead of paying out 5 like they have been, they're going to be dropping down and paying out 3 Ethereums per block. Maybe that this price gain is due to a few of the early speculators realizing this and seeing that the price of Ethereum is going to go up due to the scarcity of the situation. We got Bitcoin Cash coming in at down 5%. One of the few cryptos that's down today, coming in at $663. If you're into Bitcoin Cash, that's really not that bad of a decrease of 5%. That's going to continue to move up and down as everybody tries to figure out what the true value of this stuff is, and see if it has any place here in the market. Looks like Ripple's taking a gain today of 5.6%. Ripple's been climbing. We're coming in at 27.9 cents. We're reaching near the all-time highs once again. Ripple has some stuff going for it, but we're going to be talking about that more in a minute. We got Litecoin coming in at 47.29, still in the safe zone, above 45, below 50. We're up 1.6%. As always, got my fingers crossed, hoping that Litecoin's going to make it somewhere and get up over this $50 hump that we've been hanging out in. We got NEM making 1.8% gains, coming in at 25.4 cents. We got Dash rolling up at 293. That's up 5%, about to break the $300 mark. The Dash has their debit card information coming out here soon. They got that international conference in London coming up. A lot of big players going to be there. So hopefully with the news that comes out of this conference, we can see some of these altcoins get pumped up a bit. We got Ethereum Classic. There we go, making some gains, up 13.76%, hanging out at $15.97. Hopefully we can get this back up to the $20 area and continue to move forward and get some real value in Ethereum Classic, which was originally Ethereum before they went and split off due to that whole forking situation. And we got Monero continuing to make some gains, up another 4%, coming in at $93.32. A lot of this of what's happening here with these crypto pumps is coming out of South Korea, but we'll talk more about all that in a moment. We got Zcash coming in at $235. That's up 1.8%. Zcash is continuing to grow here with their privacy feature. We got Steam and Steam-backed dollar both coming back up near parity where they're supposed to be. Steam coming in at $1.28. I see a lot of people are finding it really happy here on the other side of the $1.20. Hopefully we'll be continuing to grow forward as Steam, the platform, can continue to get past some of these problems that's happening with distributing this funds, evenly, and, the platform gets more adopted by society. We got Steam-backed dollar coming in at 97 cents. That's up 6.9%, showing me that the altcoin market has been corrected quite a bit from yesterday, getting closer back to the dollar where it's supposed to be. So, what do we got here on BNC for news? Well, we're looking at a little bit of news all over the place. Nothing super major happening. Of course, the FUD and the lines are still being drawn in the sand on what's happening with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, and moving down the road, looking at the 2x, possible or potential fork of whether or not we're going to be adding the 2 megabyte block, which, a lot of people are saying is unnecessary due to the fact that we have Bitcoin Cash with the 8 megabyte block. it's a situation of we're going to kind of have to sit back and wait and see what's happening with all of this. But on the lighter side of news, I got, that Walmart and IBM are pairing together, and they're going to be making a blockchain for food safety. This is more of the fact that blockchain technology is trickling down through here and going to find all these different locations and places where it can settle in and help us here, in civilization and make things better for us. So, if Walmart and IBM can pair together and make some sort of blockchain to help, make food safer, more power to them. Hopefully it can save them some money in the situation, with lawsuits and, tracking of these things, and hopefully prevent somebody from getting ill. That'd be absolutely fantastic. I also have that the IRS is admitting to the fact that they've been tracking Bitcoin and Bitcoin addresses. They're trying to, understand the Bitcoin financial networks and stuff, but they're putting names and addresses together, so if you didn't think that was happening, there's definitely proof of that happening now. So, if you have large amounts of money locked up in Bitcoin, this is something that you should be aware of and everything. The IRS is definitely out targeting you, trying to figure out what you're doing with your money. They're probably also out there trying to keep an eye on terrorism and everything like that. But this also leads into the other fact of why people say that we need, more encryption on the Bitcoin network. We need to be able to conceal our identities better. Anonymity in the situation of Bitcoin is one of the founding principles of it, and it seems like that, the addresses and the names and all of this have, we've shown that it can be linked through, and you can start putting names with addresses, and, the anonymity behind the situation isn't as it was, thought to be. So, that's why things like Monero and Zcash and stuff are, they have their value in the market. So hopefully, with segregated witness coming on board, we'll be able to add some of this stuff, as in a form of a second-tier chain as a way to be able to fix these problems with Bitcoin, which is why I'm always supporting what I consider the true BTC to be BTC, with the segregated witness. Moving onwards, we also have, everything that's happening with, we got Ripple, we got Monero, and we got Ethereum Classic that are all being pumped out of South Korea, all from the exchange BitHum. This is pretty much showing that there is definitely a large interest of what's going on over there, that they're pumping their dollars, their fiat cash into this to be able to, obtain it. Some people are starting to say that market manipulation is happening out of it because this is also where they were buying all the Bitcoin Cash. But now here we see not only, the Bitcoin Cash is being purchased out there, but we also see a large increase in the Ripple and the Monero and the Ethereum Classic. So, does this just go to show that South Korea is going to be another major player, such as Russia and China and us here in the United States? And when it comes to cryptocurrency and forms of investment, they say that some of the people in South Korea has the highest IQ among all the population. So maybe they're on to something over there. And the last little bit of news I got here is ASUS, the computer company. They're going to be producing another motherboard. They've already produced it pretty much. They're just saying they don't have a release date or an opening price. But it's going to have 19 PCI slots. Most PCI slots usually get 6, 8. Some you can get a dozen now when they're specifically made for this. They're calling it the B52 mining experience motherboard. So here we go, seeing computer companies seeing that, mining and cryptocurrency is a way of the future. So as they can produce these better products, we can start to make a better source of passive income for ourselves by putting together these mining rigs at home. I'm definitely actually looking forward to this. As you know, I'd like to do a little mining before I got into this YouTube stuff, and it didn't really work out the best for me, but maybe I'm thinking I want to get back to it. I'd like to have a couple miners laying around making me some passive income, right? So if you like everything that's going on here on Bitcoin and Coffee, I need you to hit that subscribe button. As I keep saying, these numbers keep growing. I see every single day that new people are coming over to the channel. They're subscribing. They're, sending me emails. They're down there commenting in the boxes below. And that's absolutely fantastic. I just want everybody to get out here in cryptocurrency. I want them to start making the most out of their value and their money. And I want them to avoid all these scams because, as always, as this money continues to grow, the scams continue to grow. Down here in the links below, I have bad Bitcoins. You should check any site before you invest with it to see if they're listed below, see the status of it, and whether or not, people are saying that they're fraudulent. I also have a list of tools down there to understand the cryptocurrency networks a little better. I have a list of tools down there to help you make better Steam posts. If you're not on Steam, you need to get over there. You need to sign up. They're giving out free cryptocurrency. Right now I know it's not paying out a ton. I know people are being real stingy and want to upvote themselves a lot. But, there's still free cryptocurrency. It's better than a faucet. This stuff is going to go up in value. As you can see, I remember when Steam was down to 19 cents, and here we are looking at it at $1.29. So who could tell what this stuff's going to be in the future? We're all on social media, so why not get over there and share your content and information and see if you can't pick up free crypto? And while you're over there, of both my posts, right? It's one of the best ways you can help me out here on Bitcoin and Coffee, because as I say, this is totally unfunded and I do this as a hobby out of my free time. But as always, there's a free help desk at eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. That's one of the best services I think I can provide for you. If you're out there trying to understand these cryptocurrency markets and figure things out, please shoot me an email. Let's see if we can't converse on this and help figure it out together. That's why I'm out here. And as always, you guys, keep your Bitcoin safe.